channeled conversations, but this one is going to look a little different. I'm going to try to explain information that they gave me through pictures and graphs and feelings. So they were showing me that all life comes from one like battery power source. And that source just happens to be the frequency that we call unconditional love. But for life to happen, what we call life, creation to happen, that pure frequency had to be put in a lower density space for it to happen. So light is just low density love, unconditional love. And all matter comes from low density light, like light put in a lower density space. Now, I am not a scientist. I do not understand. I am just sharing the picture that was shown to me. I am sure it's way more complicated than how I am expressing it, but I can only share with you what was shown to me. And the part about this that is really profound is that means when unconditional love was put into like a human state of consciousness, it was split into all of the tables of emotions that we can have, positive and negative. So like happiness and joy are obviously more expressions of love, but not the purest expression of unconditional love. Like happiness is love, but it doesn't fully encompass the expression of unconditional love. But the part that kind of blew my mind was that the negative emotions are also love, because the negative emotions are inviting you to understand what love is. So if you are mad, it's because you were disrespected, and you inherently know that being disrespected does not come from a loving space. So that's the reaction that you have. So anger is an invitation to be respected and to understand boundaries and what self-respect looks like. Hatred of another is an invitation for self-love, because you have to understand that you and that other person that you hate are in truth the same person, the same energy, and ultimately from the same energy source. They were also showing me that you can't comprehend what unconditional love is until you know what it is not. So if you have two people who equally love each other with unconditional love, you don't actually understand what that unconditional love is until somebody does something wrong or something that is harmful to the other, and forgiveness is required. It's not just a frequency, like in its purest state, it's a frequency, a conscious level it is, but in our human state, it's an expression. Like you wouldn't know that you were truly full and satisfied if you had never experienced being truly hungry. So it's the same thing. You can't truly encompass and understand what true love is until you know what it's not. And so even the lower level emotions are a journey of understanding what love is. And it has to be a personal thing. Like I could teach you all day long with words what love is, but until you've experienced true unconditional love that changes your life, there's no words that could do it justice. And I'm not saying that every bad thing that happens in life is okay. But what I am saying is that we're all on a journey, and this journey is to understand unconditional love, which is really just the purest light forms, which is really just the purest frequency of unconditional love, which is the purest conscious level of self-awareness. So to love another is to love yourself. And once you realize that we're all connected and we're all one, you would never harm another, because that would be harming yourself. And this whole picture of just life and where it comes from, and even the negative things in our lives, are invitations to find unconditional love, to root up the untruths we have been taught, the misconceptions in our conscious level, so that we could truly embody more unconditional love. These things aren't things that are, our traumas aren't things that are meant to make us stuck in that space forever. They're growing points. They're points of self-reflection to understand what love isn't, so we know what love are, because at our purest existence, we are all love. And that's the perfect expression of self-awareness. And I don't think I actually did this justice compared to what I saw and felt, but I hope this has been helpful to somebody. If you want more, let me know.